So Jett, how's California treating you?
It's been great, man. Just working out here with a bunch of great group of guys and building that bond for the CIA family, and it's been cool.
What does a typical day look like for you?
So basically, we just get here, eat breakfast here, go in the weight room, get loose, and then we do pre-court, a lot of band stuff, and then we go on court, and then after court we do take a protein shake, and then we hit the weight room, and then sometimes we do yoga. So it varies, but it's very has a lot of structure to it right now, for sure.
Basketball-wise, what are some of what's the focal point been like for you?
Honestly, it's just been getting in the best shape as possible. I feel like, and Don McClain feels like if you get in the best shape as possible, you can maximize your strengths and you have more time to work on whatever you need. So when you get in these workouts, you don't get tired and you can sustain yourself. So just doing that, and I would say getting your spots and getting my footwork right, and cleaning up my footwork, and I think those two have been probably the big vocal points of this pre-draft.
How do you find the balance between getting ready for what's coming, which is NBA workouts, and development at the same time, and how much overlap is there between the two?
I would say probably just like I said, probably just having something conditioning based alone was probably just kind of do a little bit of both. So we just get to our spots, but it can't be over a long time because you have to just focus on one thing and master that one thing. So it's kind of, like you said, it's kind of tough, but Don does a good job of doing it.
Where are you at right now physically? I know, like late in the season, especially in Big Ten play, we didn't see the best of you. You weren't at 100%. Where are you at now?
I'll probably say I'm at like 90 to 100%. I think I'm getting back to 100%. All that's left is just my explosiveness in my left ankle, but even then, I still see a lot of progress. I'm in a good spot.
How much have you been able to watch of the NBA playoffs?
A ton. I watch it mostly every game. Yeah.
What are some of the things that you've been able to see there?
I've seen Caleb Martin. I've seen a lot of dudes on the Heat organization doing well that I've been paying attention to. It's been good to watch. It's been fun to watch.
Anything you see in terms of ways that you could impact the game and in games like that?
For sure, I see like guys like Caleb Martin. I see what they're doing, shooting wise, even driving, helping create for their players, and I think I could do that as well. So it's been fun to watch.
I think one of the things that teams like the most about you is your shooting. I mean, obviously shooting is a huge part of the NBA game now. Has that always been a big part of your game? Have you always been a really good shooter?
Yeah, I've always been a pretty good shooter. In AAU, I've kind of was a facilitator and more of an on-ball guy, but just learning new ways how to affect the game. Knowing I was good at shooting, so I feel like I took that upon myself to understand, like, if I do this well, I can stay on the court longer.
In terms of, continuing to tweak, becoming more dynamic, improving in that aspect, are there guys that you can study, like, watching film or, like in terms of, the body control and movement and footwork and all that?
For sure. I've been watching a lot of Clay, just from a standpoint of every shot is the same with him. It's not a lot of it's a lot of limited movement when he shoots. So it's good for me to pay attention to that. Every shot is the same with him. Same with Steph and same with a lot of shooters around the league. So just trying to make sure every shot is the same has been a big thing for me.
On nights when your shot isn't falling or the defense is, actively trying to take that away from you, what are some of the other things that you can do to impact winning?
I think I do a great job of playmaking. I think I do a great job of getting my teammates involved, as well as getting to the hole sometimes and finishing. I think I've gotten way better at that during this process as well. So I definitely can impact. And I also have 3-level scoring, I think I have a good mid-range game with me as well. So
Great stuff, man. Thank you so much.
appreciate it, man.